This is Terry McDade, aka the Pirate Hunter, and this is an in-box kit review of Revell's 1990 rebox of the 1965 Ed Big Daddy Roths Rat Fink. This kit, as I said, came out originally, I believe, in 1965, and it has since been reboxed again this year in 2017. Now, the new one has different artwork on the front. You can fold up a couple buildings out of the material that comes with it for a small vignette or diorama. But from what I understand, it is still the same 1965 molding. So let's open this up. Let's look at the box and let's see what we got on this. This is my umpteenth try on doing this. Artwork's on the front, the one that's been on it for many years. On the side, it shows the other three along with the Rat Fink. Rat Fink, Fink Eliminator, Sir Fink, and Mr. Gasser. And box art end is the same. This side says that Rat Fink is back, easy to assemble, molded in white. Paint him to match colors on box or use any ugly color, ages 10 to adult. Up here it says 1990 by Revell Inc. Displains, I don't know, Illinois, they'll all come get me here. Okay, that's fine, it's been a long day. On the end of the box it says Box Warren, which come off of eBay. So let's open this up, see what we got here. Our massive instruction sheet, page 1, it says, read this before you begin, study the assembly drawing standard stuff. Step 1 is glue the body halves together and glue on the tail. Step 2, on this, glue on the nose, glue on the feet, put on stand. Simple. The two body halves, this is the front on it. My tablet's whiting out on this. I'm trying to get it adjusted where it won't spin. But it's the teeth, if you look at them, they are raised around the plastic on this, and I'm wondering if you took a really sharp X-Acto knife or the back edge of an X-Acto knife, you could carve around this, and then on the back in here you could take a piece of sheet styrene and put it in here, which would give a lot of depth into the mouth on this. But I don't know, it's something to think about on this. The RF and the periods on it, which not be confused with Randall flag from the stand, on this are have an indentation around them. This is the back half of the body on it. You can see where the ears are notched on this, and that's to represent, I guess, kind of like hair on it of some kind. It's got kind of a cookie cutter pattern on it. The hands, where you can see the fingernails, it's got fingernails on it where it's crossed, and the straps are embossed, and that's where the tail goes. Now, from what I've read on some reviews of the 2017, the fit issue is about the same 2017 as it was in 1965 and 1990. Up here on the top on this, there is, a little bit of a seam, not very big really compared to some. A little bit on the side, not much of really any seam filling on it at all. So there's really not a lot to take care of that. This up here you could probably do with some perfect plastic putty or any of your Tamiya fillers or any of your others you wanted to, possibly extra thin, might be able to meld it down a little bit to do it. You'd probably sand it, get a little better fit on it. But it's not really that bad of a fit on it. The rest of the stuff in the box, we have the tail, which if you look at it kind of curls around near the foot, it's supposed to. We have the whole 2 sprues, extra sprues that are in here. This one has the nose on it that goes on the end of the nose. This has the nose on it. That was what the rest of these are the whole total sprues that everything was attached to in here. It's been a long day. The feet aren't too bad. They've got details of toenails on it in this. I guess if you really wanted to make him ratty looking, you could put, little pieces of plastic on and make some really ugly toenails on this. But they're not bad. They fit fairly flat on the stand for it, the base for it. Then we have the base that comes with it. This is what I'm saying, you could maybe even cut that to fit inside the mouth if you wanted to make and use your own base. This is the base I'm going to use for it. This is the bottom of the base, but this is the top, because if you look at the drawing on it, where he's there, there's kind of like a manhole there, and some beady little eyeballs looking out of it, some kind of junk in the background. Now this was a little bit of useless trivia, if I remember right. It was done as a direct slam against Mickey Mouse. And that's what it is. It's a counterculture thing against Mickey Mouse. So, you could take and do this with something that makes like a concrete sidewalk on it and put some debris on it, things like that. So it looks kind of like, that's what it is. But as far as a major kit, no. If it's something you wanted to buy to experiment on painting on and things like that. But there's one thing I got thinking about on this. It'd be a fun kit to do, or you could build it with a kid on a rainy Saturday and let them have fun painting it. One thing I got thinking about this, if you look at the picture on that box, it looks like he's got a lot of hair all over him, rat hair all over him. I'm wondering if you could take and use static grass on this, paint it green or however you want to do it, and use static grass on this to see if you could get it to make it look like hair, fur, rat fur growing on it, however you wanted to call it, as something different on it to make it look different instead of painting it green. So I don't know what I'll try that either or not. So, but all things considered, it's a neat kit to buy to play with if you want to practice different kinds of tinting and shading with your airbrush, things like that, or if you want to buy one, just paint set on a shelf there, or to do something with one of your kids or somebody that's just getting into modeling, that gives them something to do so they can build something that's relatively simple, relatively easy, even if you need to help them with an airbrush, or if they want to try hand painting it. It wouldn't be too bad a kit. Again, this is Terry McDade, aka the Pirate Hunter, and to quote the great Jerry Springer, take care of yourself and each other.